Dude, I'm having all kinds of trouble with the live videos today. I was trying to do something on the way in, on the drive into the studio, and that failed. Then I tried to set something up just a minute ago, and that failed. But let me see if I can do this again and have it make some sense. So, I basically I want to give you a little insight that I think is going to help you if you either A, are having trouble getting your business going and getting some consistent revenue in the door, or if you're having trouble predicting from month to month kind of what you got to do to bring the money in. So when I first started my business, it was 2009. And at the time, I knew absolutely nothing about business. Nothing. I sure didn't know how to market. I knew a little bit about sales, but I didn't know anything about how to market myself. I didn't know anything about how to run a business. And so when I needed people for my business, I basically looked at what other successful people were doing. Not a bad idea. I knew I didn't want to reinvent the wheel, right? I always want to be a settler. I never want to be a pioneer, right? Because pioneers get arrows in their backs. At least that's what I was told. And so I ended up looking at what other really successful people were doing, and all of the really successful marketers in the world at the time were all using something by Jeff Walker called the product launch formula. You may have heard of this, but product launch formula is a phenomenal way to get people excited about a product that you have and get everybody geared up for the day that it's going to be released. And guys were making millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars off of this product launch formula. And every major internet marketer that I followed to learn marketing was doing the same thing. And so I thought, well, I'll do the same thing. I'll become a same kind of internet marketer, and I'll do product launches. And you know what? Works really good. Like old Jeff Walker's got himself a pretty good program there. If you follow that template and you use it, you can make a whole lot of money really quickly. And that's what I did, making $300,000, $400,000, $750,000. But the big problem with that, and what I kept running into, was I'd do this I'd spend a month and a half, 2 months getting this product launched together and mailing it out to my list and doing some marketing for it and working with JV and affiliate partners, and then boom, we'd bring in $300,000 or $400,000, and then next month nothing. And what would happen was I would go from one product launch to another. So I do a product launch in February. And then March, April, and May, there'd be no real money that came in. And March, April, and May was all right because we had a little store. But as we got through towards the end, all of a sudden the money was going dry because I was using it to fund my operation. And so then in June, we do another launch. And I can remember just like crossing my fingers and praying that that launch would do well, because if it didn't, I'd probably be bankrupt. And so I was lucky enough that I never had one fail epically where I couldn't recover from it. But you get to the point where I would get so stressed out during these launches that I would get sick for 2 or 3 days after the launch was over, because it was so imperative that we did well so that the company would survive. And after doing this for a couple of years, I said, well, this is making us a lot of money, but this is crazy. Like, I got to have something to smooth out my cash flow. And so I started a subscription program. And when I did, I was really worried that starting a subscription program was going to hurt my business because I sold really high-ticket coaching at the time in the trading and investing space. And I was really worried that it was going to crush my business. And so I kind of crossed my fingers and I just said, well, I need to do this because otherwise I'm going to go in an early grave because I'm so stressed out. And not only did it not hurt my business, it was probably the best thing I ever did in terms of helping to grow my business, because that subscription program, which was about $49 a month, ended up creating the base of buyers that I needed for my higher ticket stuff. So a lot of people don't want to just spend $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 with you off the bat. They want to kind of dip their toe in the water. And what was happening was I had this great little pool of about 1,000 subscribers that every time I would go out and launch my product and do one of the big product launches again, it acted as a feeder for that. So these people had been in my subscription program, they loved it, and man, they were ready to buy the bigger products when they came out. It was a way for me to not only generate revenue, but also create goodwill and establish a relationship with my clients. And so a few years ago, some of my clients were asking me, hey, could you give us some specifics on how to do this? And so I put together a course called the $100,000 Subscription Business Blueprint, where I actually teach them and show them a real subscription program that I built that generated me $100,000 a year in revenue. And if you would like, I would like to give you the first video in that training series for free. Just go to morefromjason.com, and somebody can plug that into the little comments section. That'd be great. Morefromjason.com, and you sign up. I'll send you the first video absolutely free, and it's actually going to walk you through the pros and cons of having a subscription business and kind of why I started one and the benefit that I've gotten out of it. And my goal with this is that it will spark some interest and get those creative juices flowing so that you can start saying, well, how can I add a subscription program to what I'm currently doing? Or how could I modify what I'm doing slightly so that a subscription business would act as a feeder for my larger programs rather than just a low ticket throwaway moneymaker, right? So maybe a lot of people use subscription programs as just lead magnets, and they don't really make any money from them. And so I'm hoping that this training is going to kind of open your eyes up to a new way of looking at it so that you can smooth out that cash flow, and every month you can know predictably how much money you're going to have. And that does an amazing amount for you in terms of like being able to figure out what you can spend on advertising, on when it's time to hire somebody new. You're like, well, can we afford it? Well, I don't know. It depends on how the next launch goes. No. Screw that. No, yeah, we can. We have the revenue there. We've got money coming in every month, and it's pretty predictable. I know I can hire that new person to help me. It also gives you something for a sales guy to market and sell as well, and it gives them people to call to upsell to. So the benefits are limitless in terms of what you can do with a subscription program. And so go check this out, morefromjason.com, and see if you can't find a way to start incorporating this or improving the way that you're incorporating subscriptions into your business. And with that, we'll talk to you real soon. Get ready to do the show, Wealth, Power, and Influence. So make sure that you check that out as well. Great podcast, one of the best, if you ask me. And I'll be back soon. Talk to you guys again. Thanks so much.